Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop, and I was just making some poultry bone broth. I'm back at it trying to clean out my freezer before we take our steer to be butchered. So I got about 3 weeks to get my freezer cleaned out. I'm almost done with my tomatoes, but I thought, shoot, I haven't done a bone broth video, so I'm going to show you how I do that. Alright, so what I do is I save all my carcasses, whether it be turkey. I got a fresh carcass from Chucky, the Mean Rooster, and I've got all kinds of chicken carcasses in here that I save. And when I get enough, which I had just enough to fill up my roasting pan, I'm going to go ahead and roast all of these bones, get them nice and good and crispy, and then we will go on to the next step. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so our bones have been thoroughly roasted along with the skin and bits of meat. So now I'm going to pour water in here. I kind of can hold this. Steaming up my camera. Alright, and I'm going to add a little more water, so hold on a minute. Alright, so now we have more water we're adding. And with this many bones, try to keep it as full as possible. So that's pretty full. Then I'm going to add a splash of apple cider vinegar, and I just use regular old apple cider vinegar. I think it's Heinz here. And then we're just going to put a little splash of that, not a whole lot, but just enough in there, and that helps leach all the goodness out of the bones. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up on high until it starts kind of boiling, and then I'm going to turn it down on low, and it's low and slow for, I'll probably cook this all day, and I don't like to cook it at night, so I'll probably do it through the night, and then tomorrow I can strain it and can it. Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. So I let my bone broth cook all night long, low and slow. It cooked all day yesterday, so now it's ready to strain. So I figured I'd bring you along so you can see how to do that. So come along. So what I have here obviously is the bone broth. It's all unplugged. Be careful, it's going to stay hot for a very long time even though it's unplugged. Then I use my big stock pot. I put a colander in there. Some folks will want to put cheesecloth in there. I don't mind little bits in my broth at all. So I just strain it just like this. Then over here, I have the big green vintage Tupperware bowl. That's to put your bones in once it's drained out of there. Then once this is cool, the bones and stuff, I go through it and I find bits of meat either for us or for my dog. So first of all, we just are going to start grabbing stuff. Let me do it this way so you can see a little better. And you're just going to use all the skin. This stuff you can also make dog food out of, whatever you like. So you're just going to continue, and you're going to fill up your colander with the bones / meat. And I put a towel down because you can see how messy this is. And it's greasy too because of all the chicken fat and the skin. So you might want to wear an apron to do this. And just kind of smooth that around in there so the juices get down in. Now, if you are sifting through this to make dog food, make very sure you have all the bones out. Cooked bones for your dogs are dangerous. You don't want that getting lodged in their throat. And basically, this is all you do. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's a little tedious, but you're gonna put all the goodies in your colander, let it drip all out of there, and then once you get down to where you can get most of this stuff out of here, you can start ladling. I wouldn't recommend picking this up and pouring it because it is super full. That's a good way to get burnt. You can use a big measuring cup. That's usually what I do, just because there's so much liquid. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of meat in here. Oops. This is why I put a towel down. I make a mess. All right, so just keep going on like this. And then once you get your broth all out of there, you can either let it cool off on the counter, put it in the fridge, and there's going to be a lot of fat that will float to the bottom, or excuse me, to the top. A lot of people will skim that fat off. Some people will leave that on there. I believe it's called schmaltz. Chicken fat is called schmaltz once it's rendered down. And I personally like to leave it in there because when you make your soups and stews and all of that good stuff with your broth, even putting it in anything that you're going to use it for, there's a lot of good minerals, vitamins, and protein in that. So it's just up to you. And you can, once you get this, it's going to still be really hot. You can directly, sorry, my phone was full, so I had to do some management on my phone. But as I was saying, you can directly can it, you can let it cool down, you can freeze it in containers. It's the best stuff on the planet. It's so good for you. And I use I do beef bones, I do pork bones, ham bones, whatever kind of bones you've got. And it's a great thing. So let me show you what it looks like in your end product. Here is your bone broth, and it's very rich. As I was saying, I usually don't salt it or anything, only as I use it. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I hope the sun is shining where you are, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.